So good morning, everyone. We'll start here the workshop, Women in Computer Science at ITA UNIFESP and involving also XX. This project is financed by the British Council and is coordinated by Professor Mariá from University of Essex. Well, I will show you first some general numbers about the female participation at both ITA and UNIFESP, which are the Brazilian institutions that are participating in the project. I am Ana Carolina Lorena, and the numbers from ITA were collected by me and colleagues here. The numbers from UNIFESP were collected by Mariá. Well, ITA was created in the 50s. It's headquartered here in São José dos Campos since then. It's part of the Department of Aerospace Science and Technology and the Air Force Command, and we are under the Ministry of Defense in Brazil. And we have here some general numbers that I have taken from the STEM2D project that we have here at ITA. About the female participation, we have 80% of faculty members, which are female, out of 241. We have 27% of master's students of 403. We have 19% of PhD students out of 282. And in the case of undergraduate students, female students were allowed here only since 1996. Before that, only male students could enter here, could be students. And we have the proportion is much lower, 9% out of 671 students in the undergraduate program. So just to give an overview, what we have in terms of undergraduate courses, we have 2 years of fundamental, like mathematics, physics, chemistry, humanities, and management and decision support. Then after these 2 years, people go to the specific courses, and we have the professional careers of 3 years in aeronautics engineering, electronics engineering, mechanical aeronautics engineering, civil aeronautics engineering, computer engineering, and aerospatial engineering. Well, I will focus on the computer engineering since it's the focus of the workshop is on computer science. And since 2017, we have also some programs that any students from any of these engineering courses can take part of it, that are named the minors. We have in physics engineering, innovation, bioengineering, autonomous systems, and since this year we began the data science minor as well. So any student, even if the student is in the civil engineering course, he can take a minor in data science, for instance. Every student here can take any of these minors. There are requirements for completing them, but it's possible for anyone who's in the undergraduate course. In the graduates, we have much more students. We have 1,500 students. The proportions are there. Most of them are academic. Masters 30%, doctorate we have 25%. We have also professional masters that are a little bit different from the academic ones, 12%. Specialization programs, 80%. And special, 25%, is a kind of a student that did not really enter in the master yet as a regular student. Is a student that probably works and then will take more time to take the masters and doctorates. So we have 25% of those. We have 3 masters, professional masters, one in aeronautical and mechanical engineering with Embraer, one in aviation safety and continual airworthiness, and one in aeronautics computing that is currently being held with FIENG from Minas Gerais. And I will talk a little bit about their numbers too. And about the academic courses, we have master's and doctorate in aeronautical and mechanical engineering. This is the oldest one here. Aeronautical infrastructure engineering, electronic and computer engineering, that I will talk about their numbers. Physics, space sciences and technologies, and operations research. I will talk a little bit about the operations research because I'm the coordinator from ITA side. And we have also some programs that students can be in any of those specific programs there, but they have particularities, like the graduate program in operational applications is for military staff to get specialized and get graduate. The MIDI and ITA program for industry innovation, that is something that the student has an advisor here, a supervisor here at ITA, but also someone in a company, and the company finances the project as well. And we have the master's program in graduation for those in undergraduation, I would say, it's for those who are in the undergraduate programs and they can, in the last 2 years, they can try to enter the master's here. It's possible. And it's not limited to the students from ITA. Students from other institutions that want to do so, which are in the last 2 years, can also apply and for trying to be a master student here. So this is a general data about what we have. We have also some lato sensu programs. There are graduate programs, but like some from the demand of the Brazilian Air Force, like specialization in operation analysis, environmental analysis, electromagnetic environment analysis. But some others are from external demands, like MBA in technology, marketing, and innovation from ESPM, Master in Management for Innovation, ESPM. And we have a specialization in data science that involves some companies. The first two times that we had were with Itaú, the bank, and now we have with Apex, which is the Agência de Exportação. It's an agency here in Brazil. And we have others also involving companies like Senai, IPT, which is very involved with companies as well. Well, so talking about the computer science part of ITA, we have the computer engineering. It started at 1989. We have in our department, in our division, 4 staff in the administrative section. 2 of them are female, but in fact, 2 of them are getting retired. So we will have half of this, but still it will be 50% because 1 man and 1 woman. About the professors that teach for the computer engineering students, we have computer science professors, the majority, 25, electronics professors, fundamental sciences. But in this case, it is only the fundamental sciences that are taught in the last 3 years of the course. Those that are the mathematics and etc., they are not here in our numbers. So it will be probably like law professors and administrative professors. Infrastructure and mechanics, there are 1 teacher each. And then I have the proportions here, which are female or male. And we can see that some areas, well, there's only a teacher and he's male in both infrastructure and mechanics. That's why it's like that. In the fundamental sciences, we have more female than male because most of the disciplines that are taught here are from law and administration, and the professors are female. But when it comes to electronics and computer science, we have far less female than male teaching. And about the students, it's worse because we have here since 2018, we have 30, about in median, we have 30 students in the computer engineering, so 37 for 27, 23, and 34. But we can see how is the distribution here. I don't know if I don't have a pointer, but there are very few female students. I think this year, I don't have the graph here, but this year they told me there are no female students in the computer engineering program undergraduate course. But we also have searched for what are those that graduated doing, despite they are few. They are well positioned in the markets. They are working at companies like Meta, former Facebook, Trivago, Microsoft Buzzer, and banks, and they are well positioned in the market. The men are also well positioned. Well, the professional masters that we have, it was approved in 2020, but we started the first students started only in 2021. It has some areas. The main areas are computational systems and computational methodologies. And here we have computational systems embedded in autonomous systems, cybersecurity. In computational methodologies, we have information systems and data science there as research lines. We have 15 professors working on this master's program that is professional, is open to FIENG currently. And we can see here the distribution. Most of them are male, and 30 students, and also most of them are male. It's the blue bar. Well, in the electronics and computer engineering program, it's a program that was created in 1961, but the informatics area was added at 1992, much later. It has 49 professors and has several areas here, but what interests us in this case, in the case of the workshop, would be the informatics area. That's where the computer science professors are working. Here we have the distribution of professors per area, the proportions, right? So microwaves and telecommunications only have male professors. Controlled dispositive is the most populated by female, and informatics is quite low. I think informatics, I'm the only one, to be true. And about the students, we have 140, 35 regular students, the other 12 are special, from doctorate, masters 51 and 42, but we can also see the distribution follows what we see overall. We have fewer female than male students. So I also searched for the same information for our specialization course in data science. There were 2 previous editions with the ITA Bank, and currently we have an edition with the Brazilian Export and Investment Promotion Agency, which is APEX. So we have 12 professors, 29 students, and this is the distribution. I am a professor here. I think Emilia is also, right? So we are here in the red bar. And the previous classes, I had no access. I couldn't find the professors there, but I was also a professor in these previous classes. In 2018, I was teaching 60 students, And in 2019, I was teaching 30 students. This was something on demand of the Itaú Bank, and the people who studied this here were also employees of the bank. But they were very good. I can tell they were very good students. And the distribution in 2019 increased a little bit, but still we have the imbalance. And coming to the program where I am the coordinator from ITA, because this is a program in association between ITA and UNIFESP here in São José dos Campos. It was approved in 2015, but the first students started at 2016. We have 3 research lines: data science, that's where I work; management and decision support, that's where one of our most productive teachers is teacher Carmen, Professor Carmen, everybody knows here at least, and optimization methods. So we have, as students and graduates, doctorate, masters, and postdoctoral. The current, we have 27, 20 in the doctorate, 21, 29 for postdoctoral. And the graduates that we have so far are 7 from doctorates, 18 for masters, and 4 postdoctorals. And we have 10 professors from UNIFESP, 10 from ITA. It's balanced, the number of professors from each institution. When it comes to the distribution of male and females, we have unbalanced again, but data science is well represented. Optimization is not well represented. It has only one teacher, which is Mariá. And in the students, among the students, we have also much more male than female students. Especially in doctorate, we have noticed that this happens. We don't know why yet. And I also, this is the distribution of the graduates. They are few, okay. They are on the actual numbers are here. They are few. The program is new. We didn't graduate so much yet. But I found interesting that despite the fact that we have fewer female students, they complete their programs because we have almost balanced here in the masters. In the doctorate, we have still few women also graduated. But I know that there is one particular year that a lot of women were admitted, and I think this will get better here in a few years. But I also searched for what our graduates are doing, both male and female, and most of them are working on companies and in educational institutions. And what I found interesting is that most female are working on companies, which in Brazil is quite something interesting to notice. Some are continuing their graduate program, their own doctorate program too. And some I could not find the information on the internet because I searched on LinkedIn and things like that. I also monitored here per year how much the distribution of females and males in our program. And usually we have more male than females, but sometimes it happens that we have more females than males. That's why I told you that in some years we will have more graduates that are female because we have been noticing here in some years some increase. And in the graduates, we have also, in the masters, it's interesting that we have a lot of female graduates in the masters. In 2020, nobody graduated. It was the pandemic and everybody was, what am I doing? But that's okay. And now in the doctorates, we have much more male, and we are starting to have the females also graduating. So now going to UNIFESP, that is what Mariá collected. I worked at UNIFESP before I came here, so I can talk a little bit because I know the institution. The foundation of UNIFESP dates back 1933 at São Paulo, and it was previously supported by private funds and government subsidies until federalization in 1956. And it was centered at health. So it was most medicine, nursing, and things like that. But in 2005, there was a big expansion from the federal program, and UNIFESP implemented a lot of new units in other cities and with other specialties. And we have a campus in São José dos Campos, but there are also campuses in Santos, Diademas, Guarulhos, and Osasco. I think there is also another campus in Zona Leste, São Paulo. Well, the distribution there is much more even than here. It's more equal. We have 42% of faculty members are female, and 32% of the undergraduate students are female here at São José dos Campos. These numbers are from São José dos Campos. If you take from the whole institution, you will have much more favorable numbers, because here it's a campus mostly of engineering, biotechnology, and we know that is a gender gap in this type of in this type of course. But in fact, UNIFESP is the most considered the most equal in terms of gender university in Brazil. It was stated by the Times Higher Education research. Well, they have basic undergraduate in science and technology, covers 3 years, 300 students per year enrolls. Then I have computer science, biology, chemistry, humanities, mathematics. It's very interdisciplinary. And then in the 2.5 last years, they can choose between applied mathematics, computer science, biomedical engineering, biotechnology, computer engineering, and materials engineering. Now, we have here what we are talking that are the computer and science engineering. Here, Mariá opted for male in reds and female in blue, okay? But so you see the bars in red are much higher, but they actually are the male students. And you can also see in 2019, we didn't have any female students. And the graduate program in computer science, it was approved in 2012. The first students started in the same year, but the PhD programs initiated in 2015. It has 3 areas: optimization, intelligent systems, and computer systems. And they have 30 students and 27 masters. They don't have the numbers of special students because when UNIFESP do not register them officially. Here at ITA we do. And the graduate students are 10 doctorates and 57 masters. The professors and students mostly are male. Like I told you, red here is male. And also in the areas, well, computer systems, apparently there are no female professors, only male. And we have also few students, female students. And Mariá also searched for the graduates, what are they doing? Here are, well, we can see again, despite the fact that we have fewer female, they conclude, they take the graduate effectively because it's quite near here in the doctorate class. And what I find interesting here too is that the professions of, here we have the female and the male, and most of the female are in companies. In the case of male, they are also in companies, but the proportion here is higher. And next, most of them are taking the doctorate, the PhD, and so on. So this is what I wanted to present you, to give you an overview on how we are situated here regarding gender diversity in both at ITA and UNIFESP, and focused on the computer science related programs that we have. I want to thank these professors that helped me at ITA to get the numbers of some of the programs we have. I want to thank Stand to the initiative, that I will talk later about it again, and the British Council for supporting these events. So thank you. If you have any questions, I'm here.